to hold your reins,
Hey.
and you're gonna tip his nose. If he comes there, pet him, because that should be like a super good spot for him.
Good boy.
Good, yeah. So hold that in your left hand like you are. Put your left foot in the stirrup. You can hold the horn too
Okay.
with your left hand.
I mean, I would go like that normally.
So yeah, exactly. And yeah, so load how you load then.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a particular way. Okay, see how he's walking off? Bend him around immediately. Bend him around until he stops. Now, release. Release the rein. You're not releasing the rein. Good. Okay, do it the other side
Okay.
right away. Keep one hand on the middle. No English pulling. There you go.
And release.
And release when, yeah, if his feet are not moving and he gives you his nose, then release like it's hot potatoes and it's burning your hands.
Okay.
That middle there, you see the where it connects in the middle? Okay, slide your hand down. No, you're never gonna win with two reins. You gotta slide your hand down. Good. And bring his nose. Drop it. Good. Keep one hand in the middle where the buckle is.
Okay.
Okay. Now bring one hand up to your sternum bone, and yeah, just like that. Then the other one slides down. Okay, pull it to the side. You're never gonna win with two reins.
Okay.
You cannot stop this horse with two reins.
Oh, okay. Ever. Oh, I see.
I mean, not ever for now.
Right.
Okay, good job. So the thing is, because he's been using a different bit and he's been getting away with running through it
Yeah.
and tossing his head to intimidate the rider,
Yeah.
where you lose the battle if you use to, and I know that's our instinct,
Yeah.
pull back,
Yeah.
pull side. That's the new ingrained, what you need to do, you yourself need to ingrain with this horse, or with any horse. Actually, it's a really much better insurance policy to have. Okay, so again, I'm gonna come close so that you don't have to worry about him walking off.
Okay.
Okay, I want one hand, I want your right hand to be on the buckle. Good. I want your left hand to slide down all to the yellow thing. But the other, see how you're leaning? Don't lean. Put that hand up to your sternum bone. And then the other hand would then reach. There you go.
Okay.
Now swap your hands and pull. Put this one down, pull this one to your hip. Correct. Now release. Good.
Got it.
Toss it at him.
Toss it.
There you go. Good. And you always keep that hand. Okay, I
Gotcha.
want you to do it again. Slide that, put that hand up, slide this hand down. Yes, turn it. Swap the hands, swap the hands. Good. And there you go. Perfect. And release. The faster, when he does the right thing, the faster you release, the faster he's going to be sure that he's doing the right thing.
Okay.
Make sure that that hand that initially goes to your sternum bone goes back into his mane, because otherwise you're pulling on both sides of his face. And
okay.
if he tosses his head up, then we cause that.
Okay.
Okay, again, I want you to practice this a million
Right hand
times. Simultaneously, when this hand goes up, the other one slides down and gets hold of that yellow thing there. Okay, and good, that's it. Now you don't have to be snatchy or fast.
Okay.
It's almost more important that you
Sorry, but
toss it in the when you release, you toss it. That's when you're fast.
okay.
And unless it's a total emergency, don't be super fast with the pull to your hip. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. So
Do
nice
it
and
again.
slow.
Pull that up. There you go. And then swap. Yeah, pull that to your. Yeah, like split the difference from what you did before. That was a great release, by the way.
Okay.
But whatever you did before,
Yeah.
split the difference. So the first time you were really fast about it and snatchy. This time you were too slow.
Okay.
So just like normal, everyday stuff. There you go.
He's over here.
Well, it doesn't matter. You want him to be over there. Does he call the shots or you?
Up.
Yeah, and go around to your hip.
That was weird.
Yeah.
That wasn't too great.
No, that was great.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Now do it the other way.
Okay.
Switch hands. Put your, yeah, there you go. And hip bone. There. Now wait for him. Now, that was a perfect timing with the release. The reason why I said kind of toss it to him. Yeah, come on. You didn't ask him to walk off. Yeah, this horse needs to stand. There you go. The reason why I'm also saying like toss it is because sometimes if you just drop it, it will get the rein will get caught on your stirrup.
Okay.
So if you toss it forward, you avoid that altogether.
Okay.
Okay, do it again. Each side, million times. You decide which side.
Oh, wait.
Any side is good. There, you are awesome. Look at that. That was perfect. And pet him. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to pet. Okay, if he walks off, immediately put that other hand down. Put that other hand down. Not back. Down in his mane.
Down on the right hand?
So if he's bending to the right,
Yeah.
then the left hand goes in his mane.
The left hand goes in his mane. Okay.
It's like a seesaw with your hands.
I thought my left hand went to my hip.
No, the hand that you're bending with goes to your hip.
He thought about it but didn't do it. I see, right. My right hand goes to my hip.
Yeah, because you want to bend his head to where you bend his head. But you see how? Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Got it.
Do it each direction. He needs a lot of this standing still stuff, okay?
He didn't quite. I gave it back a tad early there. Good boy.
Okay. If he pulls down, don't make a big deal about it.
Okay.
Because it was the way he got relief before, by just really putting his mouth on that bit and pulling through the pain and the whatever to get the rider to have a rope burn on their hands and not want to ride him anymore. It was his way of coping, but also it was his way of how people got intimidated by him. Yeah, that's it. That was really great. That was really great. And when you ask as gentle as possible, but as firm as necessary, right? So ask as light as you possibly can, like his mouth is made of cotton candy. But if he leans on that bit, then really pull, and you can bump. That's called driving pressure, right? So if he ever leans on your bit, or if he is like going somewhere and not paying attention, don't be afraid to bump, like jerk it a little bit, but then be fair and put that hand on your hip and wait for him to give. It's his job to give.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay? Because if you constantly keep pulling more back, well, he doesn't, then it's not on his own volition that he gives you his nose, and that's what we want.
Yeah.
Okay? Because otherwise you always have to pull him. And we can't really outpower a horse. Okay? A million more times. Yeah, that's it. Excellent. Excellent. If he leaves his head there, that's okay. Pet him. That should be a great spot of safety. That's what I was working with him on.
Okay.
This should feel like the safest spot in the world, because then you can, from there, you can control him. You can tell him what to do from there. And then also that would help him think vertical flexion later on. Right? Yep. Keep going. Put that hand down. Wonderful. Yeah, do one after another, at least 10 more times, and then we're going to walk off and do it at the walk, okay?
Oops. That was a little fast. Oops. And I forgot to release. Okay.
That's okay. You know what you're going to do at home now forever, right?
Yeah.
At random times, you're going to have a rope, and you're going to go, this, that, yeah, what did I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yes. Okay, if he walks off, keep bending him from side to side. Yes. He is only allowed to walk off when you tell him.
Right.
And because he's sensitive, sometimes the moment we lean forward, he goes,
Right.
which would make a performance horse, really good, sensitive one. But he needs to start differentiating. That's why we squeeze and we also use our voice, right? Because he needs to just stand still when we tell him. So when he stands still now, touch him all over, pet his butt, shift your weight all over, and kind of dare him to do the wrong thing by walking off just because you're shifting your weight.
Now, when or if he walks off,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not thinking with this horse ever pulling back. I'm always thinking right or left.
Yeah,
Okay.
for now.
Okay. And then it doesn't really matter which way.
It doesn't matter which way.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, whatever feels good to you. There will be a time, so on the trail, literally I would sit and he would, I don't know why he's so good on the trail versus the arena. My hinges from the videos I saw, is because these guys were whooping his butt in the arena.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sorry to interrupt, but if I lean forward and he goes, then he's like doing the right thing.
No, it's not, because you didn't squeeze and you didn't say walk.
So I'm gonna lean forward thinking stay still right now.
You can be quiet on the horse. Yeah, be a drunk rider. Be do Pilates on top of the horse. You do yoga on top of the horse. It doesn't matter. He needs to stand still if you don't tell him the specific cues. And again, the specific cues are, we put our hands forward, right? Like reins, hands forward. Then we squeeze and we say walk, right? If you're not doing these things, or we cluck, however we use our voice, I say walk, and you can kiss or cluck or whatever. But if you're not doing that, that means stand still. Okay, this is a perfect opportunity for you to practice. Put the other hand down, please. Good. If you don't put the other hand down, you're pulling on both sides of his mouth. Good, yes. And I always like to ride my horses on loose rein, because if I don't allow them to be responsible for their own gait and actions, then I'm teaching them that I always have to babysit them. And that's not good. They need to be responsible for themselves, right? So, but what I do know is that I have it ingrained in me that I can do that one rein stop in my sleep. If I am drinking coffee and talking to you on the trail and I feel like I need to do the one rein stop, I would immediately, without a shadow of a doubt and without thinking anything, I would just do it. Just like I blink without thinking.
Right.
So that's why this is so important to practice. Okay, I think you got it. It's not an ingrained thing for you yet either. Neither is for him. So this is great.
Yeah.
So you're training both you and the horse. And you're gaining confidence that when you're alone with him later on, you can totally do it.
Yeah.
You can. I promise you.
Yeah.
He's not going to do anything bad.
Yeah.
I promise you. Okay, so now...
Lengthen my stirrup one over here.
You want to lengthen your stirrup?
Just one.
I will come and do it for you. So you're going to put your hands forward, and you're going to squeeze, and you're going to say walk. See, he already heard my voice. He's like, okay. All right, and now you're going to sit back, say whoa. Now one rein stop to both sides. Flex each way. Flex until his feet. That was excellent for both of you. Good. And pet him and flex him the other way anyway. He needs a lot of flexing to stop thinking that his head needs to be up. And to practice. There you go. And the right side is his worst side. Good job. Now you see how he's now more like, okay, well, she leans, but that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Because he's reminded that we have specific cues for walking. All right. Now, same thing. Now flexing because you didn't actually tell him.
I thought it though.
You thought it. I know. He's so sensitive. That's why I was able to ride him with no hands.
I saw it in my mind. Us going.
I know. He's that good. This horse is fantastic.
Wait for more of a cue.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do it now. See? You didn't even have to squeeze. He just knows. He's very good.
I gave a tiny squeeze.
Oh, you did?
I flexed my calf.
Okay. Well, the lighter you ask, the lighter you ever have to ask. As long as it's clear. Good job.
Ask him to go over here.
Now, ask him to walk now. You didn't tell him to stop, so he can't make his own decisions when you're on him. There you go. Good. Now, when you decide to, now stop him. Say, whoa, first sit back. Sit back like a drunk man. There you go. Good. Pet him for it.
Good boy.
Yeah. And then please flex him from side to side. You always flex him anyway, but you reward that he stopped off your seat. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Put that other hand down. Excellent work. Excellent for both of you. This is fantastic. Good job. Good. And he's licking and chewing, which, he's processing. Again, you're a brand new person to him.
Right. Yeah.
And he hasn't had many great riders. Okay, let him walk.
Hands forward.
Hands forward, squeeze and say.
Walk.
There. I don't care if he wants to go there, but he can't stop unless you tell him to.
Okay.
I don't care where he goes, but he needs to keep walking unless you tell him to stop. And when you do tell him to stop, I want you to be very obvious about sitting back and saying ho. Now flex him. Flex him, flex him, flex him. I don't care he's by the fence. If he wants to be by the fence, then his flexing would be harder because he has to mind his nose not getting bumped now. And again, I mean, if he's gonna like annoy you over there, just turn him somewhere else. It doesn't matter.
Okay, we're gonna take this.
Yeah, wherever you want to go. Just go anywhere you want in the arena. It doesn't matter. Don't steer with one hand.
Oh.
You slide your hand down just like the one range stop, and you open the door to the side.
Okay.
Because this is a snaffle, so he has no cheek stuff to neck rein him, right? And you want to be obvious. Okay, you're stopping him. Good. There. Good. And flex him the other way anyway. So both of you get to practice this. The softer he gets laterally, the more he will never think of raising that head. And it also provides release. Oh, no. If he walks off, you stop him.
Until he goes.
Now, again, thank God he's not like that on the trail. He doesn't volunteer. He stands. He doesn't volunteer to go.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm seeing like his more rough part now.
Yeah, this is, again, he was much better. He had 5 sessions and we had to reprogram a lot of stuff. When I stayed consistent for 5 days with him, he was fantastic the last time I rode him.
Yeah.
But sitting for a month, and this was brand new, it's almost like if you teach your child in 1st grade
Yeah.
the multiplication table, which they're not quite ready for, right?
Yeah.
You teach it to them and they're perfect when you quiz them that day. And then you don't ask them for a month and then you say, oh, what's 8 times 5 or whatever,
Yeah.
and they're like, well, you know. But the more, see how he's even relaxing right now, okay? And again, I've been putting a lot of weight on him, so all he does is just eat and come here and kick around a little bit and go back and eat.
Yeah.
And sleep and lay down. And okay, let's do it again.
Walk.
Yeah, be very clear.
Walk.
Okay, even softer with your legs.
Yeah.
That was just him tripping. He didn't do anything bad. Okay, steer him away from that corner. There you go.
He thought I was saying, okay, but I wasn't, so he can keep going. And now.
Yeah, keep your hands, like, little exaggerate. Slide your hand down, but not quite as low as when you are doing the one range stop. Now put your other hand down and just open the door. Open, 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 open. See that? There you go. And then, with the steering, your legs also have to be involved. Inside rein, outside leg, right? To steer the horse?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, there you go. But I really, so put him over the other way, the other end of the arena then.
Okay.
Because he keeps going over there thinking that the world is better over there.
Okay, so I'm going to open the door and push a little with my left leg and say walk.
There you go, yes.
I don't want him to stop.
Then just squeeze a little more and say, hey, straighten his head and say, hey, walk.
And walk.
There you go. Squeeze, point him forward. There you go. That's it. And then leave him alone when he's doing the right thing. Good. Wherever they want to be, make their life a little uncomfortable there. So another spot in the arena is a better choice. Okay. Good. If he comes here, I don't care. But he's no longer allowed to go over there.
Okay, I'm going to...
Okay, stop him now.
Okay. Whoa. That was nice, huh? And then lateral anyway.
Yeah, and you can pet him. I mean, I still don't like that he raises his head a little bit.
Okay.
So you still need to be very aware that you need to think that you're pulling the two reins, if you ever use them, exaggerate and think you're pulling them to your knees.
Okay. But I should have, like, so right then when I wanted him to stop, I should have just been thinking like left rein, for example, to ask him to stop.
Well, yes, and I mean you can practice your two reins, but the way you practice them,
To the knee.
like I wouldn't emphasize those. Just like your sit, when you sit back, you're asking him to stop off your seat,
Yeah.
but you're not counting that he's gonna do it. So you're just putting an idea in his mind. So when I sit, that's your first cue. The next cue would be, yeah, I'm gonna maybe pull both reins back, but you're not making him stop off. If he doesn't volunteer to stop off those two reins, you're not making him, you're not counting on it working.
Right.
So you immediately go to flexing anyway.
Okay. Good.
And eventually, because he doesn't really want to flex all the time, he'll be like, oh, I know what happens before that. I better stop off her seat,
Right.
and I better keep my head down.
So this time, right, he stopped off the seat and a little bit of reins.
Yeah.
You didn't like that he put his head up.
Exactly my point.
If
Yes.
he had not put his head up and that was the stop, I would have not asked him to flex right there.
No, you would have praised him first
And then
a lot, and then still flex him anyway.
still flex.
For a while, we have to make this very second nature, because if a horse is ever, okay, I don't think you ever do that. But if a horse is spooks because you don't know, maybe there's a loose pit bull biting in his feet. I don't know what can happen, okay?
Yeah.
We've had that.
Yeah.
We have a mountain lion walking around over here. When you're in an emergency situation, this would save your life. He needs to, when they run fast and you're off balance, because you will be, I don't care how good of a rider you are. When they're bolting, bouncing off the sides of the road and spooking and turning and twisting and galloping away,
Go.
you still have to be able to do the one rein stop. And you know what they do, the more speed you put in them, the more they raise their head and the neck gets really stiff. And so he needs to know this in like as much as he knows blinking. That's why you are always doing this.
Yeah.
Always. Okay, go for it.
All right.
Because ideally I want to get to the trot.
Okay.
I know I'm an overachiever all the time.
I'm opening.
Okay, and then you can be a little more obvious with that too. I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, now stop.
Cool.
Okay, that other hand is up. Good. That's it.
That's right.
And you're not you're trying to do it off both of your hands with skipping the steps of sliding
Okay.
and then turning.
Okay.
And if you do that when he's freaked out, that would never be your rein would never be short enough to actually stop him. You would not stop him.
Okay. Yeah.
Show me a safe dismount. I want to show you something about steering that I want you to do. Is his head tipped towards you? If he wanted to walk off, could he do it? Okay, there you go. Now,
Okay.
keep your, okay, and that's a great dismount. Very nice, very nice. Okay.
Sanfrida, right?
Yeah, I don't care. He needs to stay there. There you go. Good. Okay, I want to see one little trot. Now, if you feel uncomfortable, hold on to the horn.
Okay.
Okay, there's no shame in that. Just ask him for just a couple of steps, and then you can go.
Let me get my equipment organized.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so talk me through this. I'm going to just ask him to trot anywhere.
Yep.
And
And just for a couple of steps. And then you're going to sit back, and you're going to do the one rein stop, just like we've been doing.
Okay, let me just practice my one rein.
Okay, yes. Practice your one rein stops.
So up,
Mm-hmm.
down, switch.
Yeah, exactly that. A little bit lower than that, because you see how you didn't, it was too long. The rein is too long.
Oh yeah, okay.
So,
Oh right, because I'm going to that, and we need to be.
you need to be going, you see where the duct tape is on the other side? Next time I'll make sure there's a duct tape for you. You see on the right side where it is? Yeah, there you go. And switch Wonderful. And then toss it. Yeah, there you go. Good job. Do it the other way.
Here.
Down. Yeah, put it to, yeah, switch hands. Good job. That's it.
Go for it.
Okay, just a couple of steps. Ask him to walk,
Walk
and then just say trot. And if you lose your balance, just keep, like, hold on to the horn, sit back,
Okay.
and then do the one rein stop. Your heels need to be down. Heels down.
Okay.
There you go.
Walk.
Just couple of steps, okay?
Okay.
Don't let him trot forever. Just couple of steps. There, beautiful. And sit back, sit back. Good. And one rein stop. Yes. Professional. Good job.
Good boy.
I literally want one more and then you can go.
Okay. Here we go.
Yep.
Walk.
There. Good job.
And trot.
And sit back. Don't forget to sit back and say whoa.
Totally forgot to sit back and say whoa.
Excellent. Yes. Flex him the other way too. All right. You literally spent 2 minutes and 35 seconds on this, so you're not late. So now you can dismount safely, and you know, we can let him go. Good. Kick off that other stirrup. Excellent job. All right.